Somewhere else, she does fine.
I'm gonna do it right here where I'm at. So I'm not.
I have drivers coming up to me telling me that you're jumping out in traffic.
So they want to lick your boots. Let them. Don't put your hands on me.
In law enforcement, the tales of incompetence occasionally emerge, showcasing moments when those sworn to protect and serve falter spectacularly. Enter Stephen D. and Nicholas G., two officers whose astonishing lack of judgment propelled them into infamy. In an unfortunate turn of events, these officers unwittingly documented their ill-fated decisions, discussing a plan to incarcerate an innocent man. Brace yourself as we find out what happens when the dumbest cops ruin their career in seconds. In March of 2022, officers Stephen Douglas and Nicholas Gallo found themselves at a crossroads of professional judgment. Witnessing a man, Jonathan Gesford, holding up a sign on the side of the road, they decided to pull over and investigate. Unbeknownst to them, Jonathan's intentions were far from criminal. He was simply warning drivers about an impending speed trap. However, what unfolded next showcased a remarkable lack of understanding and set the stage for a sequence of events that would alter the course of these officers' careers in seconds.
Somewhere else, she does fine.
I'm gonna do it right here where I'm at. So I'm not.
I have drivers coming up to me telling me that you're jumping out in traffic.
Because apparently they're erroneous. I don't give a what somebody else says. What did you witness? Nothing of the sort. So keep your to yourself, pal.
In their minds, Jonathan's actions posed an obstacle to a significant revenue stream for the police department. Traffic fines that formed a crucial portion of their budget, and the last thing these Delaware officers wanted was for Jonathan to disrupt that flow. However, Jonathan staunchly refuted their assertions that he had encroached upon the road, standing firm in his position and refusing to accept.
And jumping in traffic. When did you witness this offense?
Don't come towards me.
Don't you came to me. You came to me.
Stop down
You
there.
came to me. You came to me.
Just to tell me that you're jumping out in front of with the sign.
So they want to lick your boots. Let them. Don't put your hands on me.
At this critical juncture, the actions of one officer threatened to obliterate the very essence of a citizen's right to express himself freely. In the moments that follow, the unfolding events would reveal a potential breach, a violation that transcended the confines of a routine encounter.
Don't put your hands on me. Do not. Give me my property back. You piece of. Give me my property back. You see this? You tyrant piece of. What are your badge numbers?
Step back, okay? Don't walk
No,
up
no,
to me
you
like that.
stole my property.
Did you see anything in my hands?
You
Stole your
piece
property?
of.
Have a nice day.
Following the exchange, Jonathan defiantly informs the officers of his intent to return with a new sign. As he departs, his frustration culminates in an insulting hand gesture aimed at the officers. Predictably, they promptly pull him over in response. But wait, what happens next at this traffic stop goes beyond just a silly mistake. It takes a nosedive into a kind of serious corruption that leaves a not-so-pretty mark on the whole ethics of law enforcement.
Stopping me for constitutionally protected speech, right?
Because you had your hand out the window.
This is what I did. You got a problem with that?
Sir, listen to me. Listen to
No,
me.
no, no.
All right, listen.
Go away.
Disorderly conduct.
No, it is not.
That is disorderly
That
conduct.
is called
You are doing it
freedom
out in the
of
public.
speech.
If you are
No,
out in
no,
the public,
no,
you are out
no,
in the
no,
public
no,
and people
no.
see you.
No, it is not.
license, please.
Here's what's going to happen.
No,
License, please.
no.
Here's what's going to happen.
I want your supervisor, please.
I am the supervisor. I am the supervisor.
License,
And that's why
please.
I'm here.
As the encounter progresses, both officers, Stephen D. and Nicholas G., find themselves entangled in a web of confusion, stumbling over the rationale behind pulling over Jonathan. Their attempts to articulate a clear and justifiable cause appear increasingly feeble, reaching a point where the situation becomes more than just an instance of questionable policing. It becomes an embarrassment to their professional competence.
I'm going to take you to court.
Well, here's what I'm telling you. Take it to court. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you. I want you to take it to court.
So before we go any farther, you're pulling me over for what?
Because you had
disorderly conduct.
Because you had your finger out.
Disorderly conduct
Now,
what?
here's what's about to happen. You're about to be arrested again for resisting arrest.
No, I'm not resisting
Yes,
anything.
well, yeah. Right
No.
now you're being detained.
For what?
You're being
I
detained.
told you why I stopped you already, sir.
For putting my middle finger up. That's
Yeah,
correct?
no,
correct.
No,
Exactly.
for-
Right.
You extended your arm out the window.
No, I had my
Yes,
middle
you
finger
did.
out the window.
Okay, let me get your ID.
You had your middle finger out the window.
The officers, seemingly unable to substantiate valid charges against Jonathan, embark on a disturbing course of action. Frustrated by their inability to detain him on legitimate grounds, they pivot to an alarming strategy. resorting to underhanded tactics. This shift in approach reveals a troubling willingness to manipulate the situation to achieve their desired outcome, regardless of ethical boundaries.
Next thing you do, we're going to take you in, we're going to tow the car, and we'll call social services for the kid.
Oh, so now you're threatening. Now you're threatening my child.
No, it's not a threat. It's a promise.
You're threatening my child now.
The gravity of the situation escalates as one of the officers explicitly threatens Jonathan, suggesting involving social services to remove his child. An egregious abuse of power. Shockingly, their recorded conversations on the dash cam unveil a premeditated scheme. Regardless of the legality or morality, these officers were prepared to employ any means necessary to incarcerate Jonathan, a stark revelation of their blatant disregard for justice and ethical conduct.
I'm telling you, if you put your arm out the road, your hand out the road, and you like, with a middle finger, you could, that's like a, isn't that? I'm pretty sure. You sure about that? Middle finger. Okay. As you grab my like, oh, game on.
I mean, he pulled him over for us, like giving him the middle finger.
Yeah, for giving the middle finger. So
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That'll get dropped.
yeah, it's gonna get thrown. I told him that's gonna get thrown out, but it's just going, it's going.
Even after receiving guidance from their supervisor that the charges would likely be dismissed, the officers remain undeterred in their pursuit to apprehend Jonathan. Their persistence in trying to put him in handcuffs despite knowing the weak legal standing of their actions show a troubling determination to exercise authority, casting doubt on their commitment to upholding justice and the rights of citizens.
So he's going to do something stupid one day where we are going to be able to lock him up for disorderly conduct and I just wish we had the witness and even had it on video.
Jonathan took a stand against the officer's perceived violation of his constitutional rights. Filing a lawsuit, he contended that the officers impeded his freedom to warn motorists about a speed trap, blocking his freedom of expression. In response to inquiries, the Delaware State Police revealed in a statement that an officer involved in the case faced disciplinary measures following a thorough investigation. The statement, however, refrained from providing additional details on the ongoing legal proceedings. Colonel Melissa A. Zebley, the superintendent of the Delaware State Police, emphasized the broader responsibility of law enforcement in the statement, stating, "Our role goes beyond enforcing the law and extends to safeguarding the rights and liberties of every person with whom we interact." The legal battle reached its conclusion in September 2023, with Jonathan emerging victorious. The courts acknowledged the infringement on his rights, and as restitution, he was awarded a $5,000 settlement, an outcome that proves the significance of safeguarding individual liberties even in the face of abuse of power. Would you ever trust the law enforcement after watching this video? Let us know in the comments, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more eye-opening content.